So I should probably start this video out by saying I'm not a professional at all. I'm not trained in any way. I just want to share my story and hopefully you can find something helpful within that. Several months ago, I started to feel very bizarre symptoms, and I didn't know at the time that this was the beginning of depersonalization. And what I mean by that is I could sometimes imagine myself, obviously not in a physical way, but I was kind of detached from myself. So I was imagining myself, I guess, in a third person view, because in my mind I could kind of see myself, but at a distance. I know that sounds crazy. And honestly, I thought I was going crazy. And these short blips of being able to imagine myself were kind of partnered with zoning out. So physically, I could acknowledge that I was wherever it was there, but mentally, I was just someplace else. One thing that does this to me is those little pink allergy pills. Kind of makes you feel really tired. And right at the end of feeling super tired, right before you fall asleep, it would be that narrow window of really groggy and kind of lethargic, can't really concentrate. It's hard to come up with a thought. It was that kind of tiny little window, but constantly. So like I said, the one thing that really brought my attention to it was that I felt like I could see myself from the third person. I kind of zoned out. It felt like I was missing a lot of time. Time just felt like it was moving faster, if that makes sense. I think the first thing to go for me was personal hygiene. So I just kind of stopped caring. We don't really leave the house anyways because of COVID, so I wasn't putting makeup on anymore. I wasn't doing my hair. I started getting smelly, things like that. You can identify easier in someone else, possibly, than you could identify in yourself when you're going through it. It's kind of hard to acknowledge that. The main feeling that really separated this depersonalizing from just feeling depressed, for me personally, was that I had no emotions at all. It has sometimes been described as feeling like a robot. I didn't necessarily feel like a robot, but I wasn't sad. So it wasn't like depression where you can kind of feel the blues. It wasn't like that at all. I wasn't sad. I wasn't happy. I wasn't angry. I wasn't anything. And if you've ever felt that feeling, honestly, it's the most miserable thing in the world. So yeah, this is sounding really bad, but just to kind of give you a backstory of where that was, and now I'd like to segue into where I am today. I was reading different testimonies. The one in particular that really caught my eye was on Reddit. So if you just Google Reddit, depersonalization cure. So I read this testimony and it talked about how this particular person's depersonalization was triggered by different medications. And I thought, weird. I wonder if that could be what's going on with me. And so I figured one by one, I am just going to stop different medications and see if there's any sort of improvement. Now let's pause here. Am I advocating for you to stop your prescribed medications? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm telling you at all. Again, I'm just telling you what I tried. The very first thing that I figured would be the easiest for me to stop taking was something that wasn't prescribed by my doctor. It was melatonin. Melatonin is a supplement that helps me to fall asleep. Anyways, so I stopped taking the melatonin and it was incredibly hard to fall asleep. But the next day, I felt ever so slightly clearer in thought. Very, very minimal, but it was enough for me to get back my hope. The next night, again, I went without melatonin, woke up, and again, I felt even better than the day before. So here we are, and I'm on day 6. Tonight will be night 6 of not taking any melatonin. And I feel like I'm able to have thoughts. I can carry on a conversation without those really bizarre long pauses that would be identifiable as me depersonalizing. I feel like I am staying on top of all of my chores, all of the things that I need to get done. And so I can't guarantee that this is what it is. I can't guarantee, obviously, that I was taking way too much melatonin and it was building up in my system. I don't know. I'm not a professional at all. I can't tell. But for me, I'm noticing a difference. Is it possible that it's a placebo effect? Sure that's possible. I have no idea. I don't care if it's placebo. I don't care if whatever is the root stemming cause of all of it. It would just be amazing to get my life back. So if you guys have any questions on different things that that you heard me say that maybe you're interested in, or it sounds like a bunch of malarkey, I'm open for conversation. Again, I'm not a professional. I could totally be wrong about all of this. I just wanted to throw my story out there and tell you the thing that I'm trying right now. It hasn't even been a full week, but I'm noticing a difference. I'm noticing an improvement. And I think if you're in this situation, you're going to be looking for help. Anyways, yeah, let's get this conversation rolling. Tell me your thoughts and tell me if it's something that you struggle with or you wonder about this before. You wonder if this is something that you're experiencing, because there are a lot of parallels between depression and depersonalization and derealization and a lot of other mental health issues. And it's hard to identify, is this what's going on or not? So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. And I guess I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.